I'm so glad that you guys are joining me for this interesting conversation that we are going to be having today. It might be a little bit controversial. We might really get into the nitty-gritty of how we are going to be discussing about reels. Now, normally when you have an IG live discussing about reels is generally how to get the most views, how to make my reels go viral. But before all of that, we got to start actually even considering, do we need to be posting reels? I think sometimes we have to break it down to the basics, and that's what we're going to be doing today in the latest episode of Behind the Screen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have just joined into the latest episode of Behind the Gram. This is my weekly IG Live series that I do every week with a different guest, and we talk about a bunch of different topics. And today's topic is going to be a very important one because we're discussing the idea of reels not being, or I should say, reels no longer an option. You know, the question is, are reels no longer an option? Because we hear from so many different social media managers and strategists that you need to post reels. You need to post reels to grow and to get engagement. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty of that. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and my guest today. As you see on the screen, I have the amazing Ahmad J. Grant joining us. What's going on, Ahmad?
It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm really excited about the conversation. The topic is about to be very impactful and a lot of information that we're about to give y'all. So y'all make sure y'all write it down, jot it down, and use it towards your business so you can even explode within Reels itself as well.
Absolutely, and I think you're going to be a great source of information in regards to this, because for those that don't know Ahmad, you crush it with reels. I'm talking about this dude is having like 10K reels, 20K reels. I've seen one or two in the millions in regards to views. So I think your perspective is going to be very interesting on this topic because you've got to that point where certain people are trying to come. Even myself, I'm trying to get to that point as well. And you know what to do and how to do it, and you do it very well. You have some amazing, inspiring, powerful reels. I posted a couple on my IG story so people kind of have an idea of the type of content you create. But you will be better able to explain who you are and what you do. So please take a moment to explain to the audience. If they don't know who you are, they should recognize.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my name is Ahmad J. Grant. I started off with just posting just regular content, just trying to show the world like who I am. But then lo and behold, I found my purpose in it all. And that started with me putting out, the word of healing and revealing and just motivating people. I always tell people that if you don't heal what hurt you in your past, it will reveal within you later. It will impact you. I just started posting content, man. I started for TikTok and then I moved over to Reels. Just started posting motivational, content. I want people to not give up. I want people to keep on going. So that's how I even gotten to the point of becoming a life coach, a mental health life coach, and a self-love life coach. So now to this day, Reels definitely have helped me boost my business. Okay, I'm talking about boost. Literally went from 5,000 followers to like close to 19K in like less than a month.
Wow.
With just reels alone.
Wow.
Reels, man. So
yeah, there's power behind those. There's not just power behind the reels, but there's power behind your message that you deliver in your reels, because you said you deliver motivational, inspiring messages, and it connects with a very general audience. And I think anybody could at least watch it and say, you know what, I could kind of relate to that. In some form or fashion, they can relate to the messages that you're delivering. So, and I love your content. It's really well done. I mean, even one of your last ones, you had a drone. I was like, yo, he's got a drone. He's taking it to the next level right now.
I'm trying something new, man. Trying something new, but it's not easy. But if you continue to go forward and actually walk in your purpose, do what you love to do. When it comes to reels, it'll come easy. Like I see a lot of people trying to follow trends, and it's cool, follow the trends, but make it towards where it'll benefit you and what you're doing within reels, and make it like just benefit you and your business. That's all you got to do. And please always remember, don't fall short of when you see certain views, because it's just a temporary thing. Just keep posting. Keep posting. That's all it's about. Yeah. But I'm not going to dig too deep. I'm going to let you leave. I'm sorry. I ain't going to dig too deep into it.
Nah, no worries at all. We're going to get right into it because I want to explain to the audience how this show is going to be, is the format of this show. We're going to split it up into two. We're going to do the interview portion because I got a couple questions to ask Ahmad directly. Obviously, our main topic, reels, are they necessary or not? Are they no longer an option? Also, I want you guys to post your questions as well. You got both myself and Ahmad here. we're not just talking about Reels, we're talking about Instagram strategy, tips and tricks, even some of the latest news on Instagram. So if you guys have any questions at all, you know what to do. Hit that Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. Pose your questions. We got a couple in already from my IG story, but I want to hear from you guys that are actually in the room. If you have any questions on your mind, go ahead and ask it right now. Don't have to wait till the question part. Go ahead and ask us questions at any point, and we're going to get right on into it. So I already asked you my first question in regards to the Reels, where they were first launched. In case you guys missed it, it's in Brazil. That's where Reels was first launched in 2019. But I want to know a little bit more about you. As you stated, you are a motivational coach. I want to know, how would you explain how Instagram has whether improved or not necessarily improved, but benefited you in regards to taking on that career and that role?
When it comes to Instagram, I was able to get with people that I never thought I'd be able to impact. And it's not like I had to go look for those people. They found me from just me and my motivational content. And I think we all know how Instagram was before. If you weren't a certain way, a certain thing, a certain type of style, you weren't getting that type of engagement. But now with Reels, it allowed us to open up a whole lot more and even reconstruct the whole algorithm within Instagram itself. So for me, I definitely found my lane and I stayed in it. And still to this day, I don't think I ever moved away from the motivational type of content, because it's for me, you know, and it works for me, you know. Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost like, as you said, in a way, it's like you're calling in a way, and that it's something that you're giving of yourself, but people are also finding it and using it in a very powerful, positive way. You know, because let's be honest, nowadays on the internet, it's so easy to find the negativity in certain things that sometimes we have to go and search for the positive stuff. But when that's there, like when you're providing that type of positive content, we got to kind of latch onto it and support and engage with it. You know, don't just simply like, you know, comment on it, you know, ask a question, go ahead and put some more positivity towards it, because there are even others that are coming across that content that might be more engaged with, you know, whether it is a simple like or resharing or something of that matter.
No, of course. And people have to understand, support comes a long way. I don't care if you're supporting by just, like you said, liking, commenting, sharing it to somebody within your Instagram, sharing it outside of Instagram. Each little thing or each thing that you do to support us as far as content creators, it helps us a whole lot, and it makes us feel good, feel like we're accomplishing, you know, because sometimes you can get into that place where it's like, dang, am I really accomplishing what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to do or who I'm trying to impact, you know? Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Now, we spoke about Reels, and as I said, Reels is going to be the main topic, but I wanted to know from you, what are some of your other favorite content types on Instagram that you like to actually create?
I know this is gonna sound funny, but I love the lifestyle. Like when you go throughout your day, it's like a short film or a short like vlog.
Yeah,
I love that type of content. I don't know why, but I just love that type of content because I don't know. It allows somebody to express who they are throughout the day and what they do, how they, you know, go through their day. And I don't know. I just love it. It kind of impacts me just to see it from different point of views, and definitely just hearing the music in the background. And I just love it, man. I love that content. I know that sounds weird, but I just love it.
no, it's not weird at all, because I can relate to you on that. I love seeing that. I prefer seeing it, honestly, in the IG stories than on the feed posts, because in the IG stories, I feel like the feed post is a little bit more clean, polished in a way, whereas the IG stories is more authentic. You're allowed to be a little bit more raw. You know, you can just pick up the phone and literally record what you're doing, where you are. I actually did that right before this, you know, when I was getting ready for the live. I every now and again, I'll show how I'm getting ready for the live. So I did a quick time lapse of just me in my office, you know, getting my computer ready. And that, you know, usually when I do that, somebody says, "Oh, I like your office," or "I like that desk," you know, something like that. It gives you, as you stated, like a little peek into the person's life. Do you do it a lot yourself?
I like to do it, but the last time I did it, I think Instagram was like, "Don't do that no more." Like, don't do that no more. And I was like, okay, I ain't gonna do it no more then. You know, so I say this is my stories. That's why when you said save for the stories, it's perfect for the stories, because like I'll say, hey, would you like me to post it on my stories or reels? And a lot of people say do reels, but then a lot of people say, hey, stick to the stories, because we love to see that engagement. We want to see how your day is going. Like people want to know more, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're all a little bit nosy, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're a little
Yeah.
bit nosy. You want to see what the neighbor's doing over in their yard.
Yeah.
Instagram, social media allows you to do that in a respectful way. Hopefully, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
try to be respectful with other people's content. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great way to put it. So we know that you are like one of the best with reels. So and most of everybody watching wants to kind of get into the main topic. So we're not gonna delay it anymore. We want to know the main topic: are reels no longer an option? Because as I stated earlier, whenever you go online on Instagram particularly, you have people bombarding you with messages. If you want to grow, you need to be posting reels. If you want more engagement, you got to be posting reels. And I got to be honest, I'm still kind of on the fence in regards to that, because you can't deny Instagram is boosting reels. Like it's crazy how much they're trying to boost reels and compete with TikTok. But I want to know from your point of view, like if somebody was starting out right now, would you suggest to them that they have to do reels?
Yes, I feel like you have no other option, because if you're not looking at what Instagram is doing in itself, like even if I post pictures, or even if you post certain things, when it's like I think it's the carousels people used to post a lot.
Yeah.
They used to boost those, but now they're not even really boosting them anymore, because my numbers from my pictures will be different from my numbers within reels, and that's because of what Instagram is doing. And that's why I feel like people have to get to the point where you have to use reels, because people want to see that type of content. People want to see the video. It's like people still love photos, but you know, photos are worth a million, I don't know, thousands of words, but a video is worth millions.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to just use what's actually working and just express who you are. It don't matter what's going on, just express you. So yes, use reels. I feel like using reels is no longer an option. You have to use reels. That's just how I feel.
I think I see a comment in from I am Elaine Yvette. I think she would agree with you, because she said I love reels, and honestly I love reels as well, but I'm still like kind of on the fence of suggesting to, you know, if I got somebody that wanted to join Instagram now, well, first off, it depends on your goals, right? Like if your goal isn't really to grow, I would say maybe reels necessarily isn't the main thing that you should be focusing on, as well as even if you do want to grow, I wouldn't say necessarily put all your eggs in one basket and only post reels, because we've all seen how Instagram has been somewhat glitchy from time to time, particularly with reels. I get a constant issue with reels every time I post one in regards to the cover image. I don't know if you get that neither, but the cover image is like you put it there for 1 second, you go do something, and the cover image is gone.
You're gone, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel the pain.
And then there's been times where I would actually take down a reel because it wasn't posted as I wanted to. So I don't want to go ahead and just tell everybody you must do reels. I think it's smart to actually add it to their content strategy, but don't necessarily depend on it. Like if you're, and I think it's kind of seasonal. Treat it seasonal. Like if you're at a time, if you're a season of growth, yeah, maybe you should focus a little more heavier on reels. But when you're in the focus of engagement or selling, I wouldn't say reels necessarily works particularly well for those type of goals. I don't know. Would you agree with that?
This is so funny, because to each is its own. For me, I think being that I started off on TikTok, all I really know is video content, reels, or YouTube shorts, or things like. So I carried from TikTok to Instagram reels to YouTube shorts, and then now it's like all I really make is video content. So that's what I just got used to. I started off on TikTok. I mean, on TikTok 3 years ago. So it's like, so I've been on it for a while. So just for me personally, but when it comes to somebody's brand and what they're trying to do, yes, I feel like you have to expand. Like I love the way you post content. And my guy, it's Michael B. He's definitely dope when it comes to content as well. But it just all depends on who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, your goals, and what your brand is. Yeah, so definitely.
Yeah, I see Bree in the comments mentioned diverse content wins, and that's kind of where my mindset aligns with. There are you kind of made mention like in regards to you trying different content types and content formats, and sometimes Instagram will tell you it's not working for you.
Don't do it.
I get that a lot too. Believe me, Instagram sends me a message like, "Yo, bro, don't even try this again. Don't just stay out your lane." You know. But there are other times where, like with Reels, it is still hit and miss, but I would say most of the time it's hits.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather miss because even, I should say I'd rather miss. I don't mind missing if it still gets some form of engagement, and, you know, it's mostly for brand awareness. You know, I look at Reels as a commercial. That's how I look at, Reels. It's
Mm-hmm.
a great tool to use for brand awareness because at the end of the day, Reels, it gets pushed out to your audience that is not following you.
True
That's
indeed.
the key thing with Reels, and that's why it's blowing up. Right now, I have about 5,700 followers.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, if my Reel gets 5,800 followers, it's good because that's
Mm-hmm.
100 more than the followers that I had. And I know that that's not the necessity that all of those followers were following me anyway, or I should say that audience was following me. So once it does more than the actual total followers that I have or anybody else have, I think you should start considering the Reel doing well at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And even the times where it does lower than that, that's all right. Look at the Reel, see what mistakes you've made, and learn
Yep.
from that. It's not a
Yes.
loss, it's a lesson.
Yep.
You got to learn from that.
You know, you're exactly right on that. I was about to say, it's never a loss, especially when you're expressing yourself, especially when you're trying to get your image out there, your brand out there. You're never going to lose. It's because you're actively working towards it. Just because everyone isn't viral, but just because every post doesn't do what you think is going to do, you don't know who you've impacted. Let's really look at it from an outside standpoint. If you do a reel, if you post a reel or TikTok video, whatever, if you post it and you actually get 500 views, I know somebody be like, no, that's nothing. But imagine 500 people in a room and you're the one standing on the stage. That's a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Like, that's a lot of people. So just really had that mindset, like, even if there's 500, 100, that's enough for you to impact somebody or for you to sell your content or sell your merchandise. It doesn't matter. Just take heed to it and treat every person as the same. Don't try to say, oh, this person has this and a third. No, treat everybody the same and you'll see the results. You know,
I love
that's
that
it.
mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's a very well way to put it because a lot of people are too focused on the vanity metrics in comparison to others. You know, as you say, you might got 500 looking at it in a bad way, but somebody with 50 followers might look at that as, man, I wish I had 500 people looking at my results.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I see we got a few more people making comments. You guys are going in on the comments. I gotta make a response. Somebody has said something earlier. Who was it? I am sorry. Okay. Hello, Michaela.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
She said you guys are matching. I just want to make it clear. We did not plan this. We didn't plan for the black hat and the gray shirt. But that's what it is, and that's we're gonna let it rock.
I'm just noticing this. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's Wednesday, all right? It's Wednesday.
Yeah, this on Wednesday wear. So I love your idea on the topic in regards to Reels. You're more pro. You have to do Reels to grow. And you know, you can't deny the fact that is, out of all the content types, right? Content formats on Instagram right now, if you're looking to grow, without a doubt, Reels is your best option. Whether you want to show your face or you don't, Reels is your best option because when you look at the insight and you compare Reels to carousel or post or IG video, it's crazy that when you just look at that bar, it's like it goes all the way across the screen and everything else is just like right there. It's like Instagram's just telling you, why are you even trying some of the others? I mean, obviously you want to keep it diverse. You want to still use, you know, photos and IG video and stuff like that. But if you're looking to grow, Reels is going to give you that great brand awareness reach, you know, where people who are not following you are going to be able to see that content anytime quicker than either IG stories or feed posts. Obviously, if you're not paying, you know, if you're boosting these other posts, they might reach that level, but you don't even need the boost with Reels, and you're reaching that type of audience, which is amazing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. I definitely agree.
Here goes a random question for you, though.
Right.
Do you think this is going to last?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Reason being, because TikTok isn't going anywhere. You gotta... sometimes I think it's Michael B. He taught me this. Adam Monasterio. He does a live every week, And I was watching it for a while, and for the past couple of weeks, he's basically saying Instagram is going to a video platform, no longer a photo. So, and that's why we've seen the different chronological order type of feeds, and they're asking you which feed do you prefer, because they're going to change. They're going to
Yeah.
change. It's going to happen. So that's what I'm thinking. Reels aren't going anywhere now. What I see may happen is it may be the certain versions of reel, like I'm gonna say this, it may be a categorized, like, oh, I think within the next month we'll see you will have 3 sections where I think Adam said it, you'll have your close friends, you'll have the people that you want to see their reels, and then just your regular feed.
Yeah.
So it's going to get difficult, and that's how, but they're going to stick to reels. It's just you're going to be categorized, and you're going to have to market yourself on how you want to be listed within people's feed. That's what
It's
I
going
see.
to be interesting, the different type of strategies that just one person or brand is going to have to use in the future, because not one strategy is going to be able to work for all three of those type of feeds.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna get competitive, very competitive.
very much so. Well, I hope everybody had their pen and papers out for that in regards to information, in regards to reels, because I think we're both in agreement that in order to grow, reels is your best option. But it's not necessarily the only option. There are other ways that you could still grow on Instagram. And I'll even bring out, I do want to make this point before I sign off on that one topic. I did a little bit of research. I'm heavy into streaming. I love my Netflix. I love my Disney Plus. I love Hulu. I love all of them. I actually went on their pages on Instagram, and surprise, surprise, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Amazon do not use Reels. Yeah, I'm at least I went at least 2 months back on Disney Plus. Now, when I say don't use them, some of them might have 1 or 2, like maybe in a week, but the majority of them are not reels. Carousels, regular photos, even IG videos. I'm looking at it right now. Like this one is Prime, Amazon Prime. I've scrolled at least 3 rows down, 12 rows down. I haven't seen one reel. Interesting, but yet we know for a fact these brands are growing. You know, now would they grow exceptionally higher at a higher rate if they use reels? Potentially so, but they're proving a point that you don't need reels to grow. But I think when we're talking about like our level of followers, whether it's 100, 1,000, 10,000, I think reels are much more effective at that level to grow.
As Michael B said, they use video series.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess like I know the only video series I see is like when you do your episodes for your weekly podcast.
Okay, yes. In that regards, I can't tell if they do. I would have to click on some of them, but they do have a lot of videos. They definitely have a lot of IG videos, which I'm kind of on the fence in regards to that lately. Since November, December, Instagram did something where IG videos has took a significant dive in regards to reach. It's really bad.
It's so iffy right now, man. It's like, and what it leaves us to as creators, we just have to try it out and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, okay, all right. But then go back to something else and then try it. It's an iffy moment in time. So if you find a way to put your content out there and it works, man, stick to it. Just stick to it.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly. Well, like I was saying, I hope everybody had their pens and papers out for that topic in regards to reels. Are they no longer an option? I think we're pretty much clear on where we stand in regards to that. Reels are here. You believe that they're going to stay like this, and I think I'm slightly in agreement with that. It's until the day they beat TikTok. When you can actually say that they've destroyed TikTok, I think things might change. But until then, which I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Can I put? I'm gonna put some secret confidential. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
All right, y'all. All right.
Whoever's on right now. Go ahead.
Whoever's on right now, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not. Certain things I can't say, and certain things I will say. Just know that Instagram will not stop until they beat TikTok, and that means that they're coming to certain people and creators to make sure that those creators stay on this platform. So if you're going to be serious about your content, make sure you continue to go and continue to put your content out there and don't give up, because they are they're making sure that their creators are comfortable. I'll leave it at that. I would leave it at that.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that. I hope everybody can taking note of that as well. I think Eternal Woman Inc. just chimed in and said bingo. Yeah, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave
So,
it
I hope
there.
you
She said,
guys
"Don't
have
do it
enjoyed
tomorrow."
that part of the conversation. Yeah, so take note on that. You know where we stand in regards to that.